Cam Newton returns to the field. The Lions get their first not loss of the season. The Patriots. It's a long race to the playoffs, but are the Patriots emerging to be an AFC potentially favorite? I don't know. We're going to get to that. Plus, Tom Brady falls to the Washington football team. Is a repeat in sight for Tampa? And welcome back to NFL Week Review Week 10, guys. I'm happy to be doing these again. Haven't done these in a while, mainly because I've been doing the NASCAR stuff, and that stuff takes up a lot of my time, but these are so much fun to do. Let's focus on the NFL here for a couple weeks now and talk about some football, talk about some games. I'm happy to be doing this again. I know you guys are probably happy that it's back, and let's get into it right now. First things first, the first game I want to talk about here is the Lions and Steelers. The 1-8 Lions take down the Ben Roethlisbergers. I'm trying to say it like they don't have Ben Roethlisberger because he is on the COVID-19 list. Gets COVID, can't play. Was that a factor in this game? I guess. Should it be a factor in this game? No. Let's be honest. It shouldn't be. I mean, they're the Lions. They haven't won a game. And if you're Pittsburgh, you need to find a way to beat a team that has not won a game this season. I don't care the circumstances. I don't care that Roethlisberger got COVID. I don't care. I don't really give a care about the circumstances that you were under. You need to find a way to beat a team that hasn't won a game yet this season. I think that's kind of common knowledge, right? If you can't beat a team that hasn't won a game all season, what makes me think you could win the Super Bowl, right? And they barely kept them to a tie towards the end of that game. So, I mean, look, Steelers, I've kind of been one of those teams where you think they got something and then the next day you just they don't have anything. You know, it's one of those teams where you just don't know. So, whatever. If they keep them to a tie in overtime, 16-16, that moves the Steelers to 5-3-1. So, the record's all right. It's 0-8-1 for the Lions, who, coming up for the Lions, their schedule includes the Browns, which is going to be probably a loss to the Bears, a loss to Vikings, a loss to Broncos, probably a loss. Cardinals a loss, Falcons a loss. I mean, I would say the rest of their season comes with a bunch of losses for the Lions. I mean, I just don't see them winning well. Pittsburgh, they have a chance. They want to make it into the playoffs. I mean, they are 5-3-1 right now. They got some work to do. But, I mean, you can't lose to the Lions. I'm sorry. I don't care how good or how bad you are. You cannot lose to the Lions. Next thing I'm really going to get to is the story of the day. The story of the week is Cam Newton. Got cut by the Patriots earlier in the season. We made a video on this, and I was like, oh, finally, thank God. We don't need Cam Newton. I don't mind if he's in the NFL, but we don't need him in New England. And I was so happy that he's not in New England. I still am extremely happy he's not in New England. And Mac Jones got the starting job. We're going to touch upon the Patriots in a little bit because there's a lot of stuff that kind of all ties back to New England today. But I was very happy about that. And at the time, I think, if I remember correctly, I didn't think he would have a job in the NFL for a while. And part of the reason we think he got cut was vaccine status. He recently got the COVID-19 vaccine. Nevertheless, one of the other reasons he got cut is because he was pretty bad. He did not play good. He was not very good in New England. And we had a young quarterback in Mac Jones who has proven that he can play in the NFL for hopefully many years to come in a Patriots uniform. But Cam Newton signed a contract earlier the week with the Panthers for a absolutely over-the-top contract of $10 million for 1 year. 4.5 of those $10 million guaranteed, mind you, He is making $4.5 million to play one season, and it looks like after this game to be a red zone quarterback, because that's what they used him for. It was yesterday interesting to watch with Cam Newton. Yeah. It was pretty interesting. The fact that they beat the Arizona Cardinals, giving the Cardinals their second loss of the season, putting the Panthers to 500. But kudos to them. Great job. Do I mind seeing Cam Newton getting a job? No. He's got a job that's awesome. But he played pretty good. I think they're going to play him as a red zone quarterback, I think. And that's their choice. I just think the contract's ridiculous. I just laugh at the contract. I think it's an over-the-top contract that is ridiculous for the NFL. Like, that's a ridiculous contract. You're giving a guy $10 million, $4.5 of that $10 million guaranteed to play one season, and it seems like as a red zone quarterback. And what happens when Donald comes back? Do you put Donald in? What do you do with that case? I don't know. But Cam Newton was back, and of course, on his first drive back out, he runs the ball because that's what Cam Newton does. He does not pass. He runs into the end zone for a touchdown and decides to run around the field yelling, "I'm back! I'm back!" That's what it sounded like. He's screaming around the field. He got an unsportsmanlike conduct 15-yarder, which that's an argument for another time. I think the NFL is extremely soft when it comes to their unsportsmanlike conduct. The guy was celebrating being back. That's awesome for the NFL, and they give an unsportsmanlike conduct for that. I mean, I'm surprised. Honestly, I was surprised because Cam Newton coming back and yelling that he's back as a personality. The NFL likes personalities, I would think. Any sport should like a personality. I guess not the NFL. They unsportsmanlike conduct him. I mean, I don't know. That's a song for another time. That is an argument to have in the future, but right now, I mean, come on. He went around the field, celebrated, "I'm back," but red zone quarterback gets a touchdown. I think that's what they're going to use him as. I mean, Newton had 4 throws, 8 yards, and a touchdown. Walker played the most of the game with 29 throws. So he's there for the red zone, and I think that's about it. But the Panthers beat the Cardinals 34-10. I'm very shocked about this. What does this mean for Darnold? I think Darnold's going to come back, and Cam Newton's going to go bye-bye after a year. We don't know. We'll find out, though. Next piece I want to get to, this next game that was big because this is marks 4 in a row here for the Patriots. The Patriots take down the Browns 45-7. Absolutely dominating performance. Patriots, yeah, I mean, they absolutely dominated. We saw some Hoyer a little bit in this game too. He looked pretty decent to me, but Mac Jones has got to be the story. And last year, at about this time, we're talking about how terrible the season has been. You know, Week 10 report, halfway there almost, over halfway there till the playoffs. And we're talking about how, you know, tough of a season it's been for the Patriots. And now we're talking about a 6-4 team, has a pretty decent record. The Bills are up there. And we're talking about when they play the Bills, the battle for the AFC East division, when they go to play the Bills. And that's what we're talking about right now for the Patriots. I mean, look at the Patriots' upcoming schedule here. They have the Falcons on Thursday night. That should be a win for them compared to the teams that they have beat. They last 4 games after the Cowboys lost, they beat the Jets. They 54-13. If you lose to the Jets like the Titans did, that's ridiculous. And even though the Titans are on a roll, I'm not putting that past them. They lost to the Jets, guys. You cannot put that past them. The Chargers, they beat the Chargers. They beat the Panthers by quite a bit. They beat the Browns by quite a bit. So they should beat the Falcons. I think that they should beat the Titans, but I'm not going to cash my ticket in on that yet because you never know. This is a good game to watch. Both of these teams will be highly competitive, and I'm looking forward to this game because they should beat the Titans. But the Titans are on a little bit of a roll right now, so we'll see. I mean, the Titans did lose the Jets, so let's not put that past them. Then they got the Bills, which setting up on December 6th. I'm thinking that's a Monday night game. They're facing the Bills for the Battle of the AFC East, potentially. And then the Colts, and then the Bills again, and then the Jaguars and the Dolphins. Rest of the season, I'd say there's 3 really big games left in the season. The Titans is a wild card game, and I give the 2 Bills games the wild card games. those are the 3 best games left on the schedule. What is going to happen with those games? I don't know, but the Patriots could become a serious threat in the next few weeks to pull something off. 4 wins in a row, battle for the AFC East could be coming to a station near you in 3 weeks. So that's crazy. The other thing, again, I said a lot of topics we're talking about here. The final thing I want to touch upon is the crushing loss for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's pull up Tampa Bay, who lost 29-19. Actually, quite a bit they lost to the Washington football team, who secures their 3rd win of the season. Good job for them. Washington, I don't know if they'll win a 4th or not. Let's see here. Washington's got Seahawks coming up. They got the Panthers next week. They could beat the Panthers, I think. I think they could beat the Panthers. They have the Seahawks. They got the Raiders. They got the Cowboys. They got the Eagles. They could beat the Eagles. Cowboys, and again, I don't know. Eagles, they could win. Washington against the Giants, they should win. But besides that, I mean, great win against the Buccaneers. And for everyone there, I give them a round of applause because that's awesome that you were able to take down such a good team this year and dominate in that fashion. They didn't dominate, but they controlled the game, I would say. So that was very good for them. Now, Tampa, on the other hand, came off of now 2 losses. The Saints last week, which, I mean, Buccaneers cannot beat the Saints. And the Washington football team, for now their record, their first in NFC South record. I want a record. That's all I want right now, guys. And here we go. 3-2 record 6-3. 3 losses, not that bad. And I mean, but this is one of their first non-Saint losses in a while. I mean, let's think here for a second about how their season has gone. I mean, they lost to the Titans. Oh, preseason. My bad, guys. No, we don't need preseason. They lost to the Rams. They lost to the Saints, and they lost to Washington this year. The Saints have been the team that they just can't seem to beat, but losing to the Washington football team leads you to believe, can they win the Super Bowl? Can they? I mean, at this rate, can they actually go out there and win the Super Bowl? And honestly, I don't know. If you lose to the Washington football team, it makes it hard for me to say, yeah, Super Bowl contention right there, guys. What are you talking about? They're going to go win the Super Bowl, no questions asked. You can't say that about a team that just lost to Washington football team. Do I think Brady will rebound next week against the Giants? I hope so. Can't put it past him. He lost to the Washington football team, but you can never put a trophy away from Brady because he'll find a way to prove you wrong and get that trophy. We'll see how it goes, but I found that loss very surprising. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all again on Friday. We got a reaction video coming out. Until then, have a great day.